Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Skin Type series. For the next 5 days, I'll be covering dry, oily, normal, and combination skin types along with skin conditions. Skin conditions consist of acne skin and sensitive skin and other medical issues that may have caused issues to the skin, far as eczema and psoriasis. So I'll be covering those topics. All right, let's go ahead. Thank you so much for your support. I do not want to take up too much of your time. So this is a quick content summary of what we're going to be covering in this short webinar: who we are, which is who I am, the dry skin type histology, how to care for this skin type, lifestyle, diet, review, and routine. Now, y'all know I could not do a webinar without covering lifestyle and diet. It is important, y'all. Here is a quick bio about myself and a little few of my credentials. I would not insult your intelligence and read this to you. So if you are interested in who I am and what I have done, you can quickly read that. And if you want more information about me, just go ahead and shoot me an email or a DM. All right, so let's go ahead and hop right into the content. Now, we're going to be talking about dry skin type. But before we get into the specific of dry skin type, let me give you a little bit of information about how skin type is determined. Now, people are born with their skin type, which is determined by their genetics and ethnicity. Now, skin can change over time. Now, how we determine an individual skin type, it is based on how much oil is produced. So that is how we determine if your skin is dry. And when I say we, meaning as estheticians and dermatologists. And that is determined by how much oil. And we will ask you a series of questions about how much oil is produced. Okay, so the dry skin does not produce enough oil. The pores are usually small. So if you have dry skin, you can see the pores, the opening on the skin. Those little openings might be small. So unfortunately, you don't produce enough oil. And the natural oil that is produced in our skin protects us from environmental damage and aging. So the oil secretions, are produced in our follicles. It protects us. The dry skin does not produce that oil. So we need a little bit more extra care to protect our skin with the dry skin. Dry skin tends to have the sensitive skin condition because you don't produce enough oil and your skin become very tender to products and can easily be irritated with everything. Let's go ahead and move on. All right, so the skin texture of the dry skin can be slightly rough and feel tight. Now, because everybody wants that glow. Everybody wants that glow, and you don't want your skin to be looking rough. Don't nobody want rough skin. So stimulating oil production and protecting the surface is imperative to taking care of dry skin. So we have to protect more of the dry skin because it doesn't produce the natural oil. So we need to use products that are thicker and lay on top of the skin to protect the skin. These products help hold in the moisture and protect the skin's top barrier layer, which combat the dryness. Okay, so we want to use products that are creamy base and a little heavier. Let me not get ahead of myself because we're going to cover that in a couple more slides. All right, so let's talk about our diet, water intake, and medication. Now, as I said before, skin types can change due to over time and ages, and there are multiple reasons why your skin can change. There are medical reasons, which are eczema, psoriasis, as I mentioned before. You have environmental reasons that can cause your skin to change. That can mean indoor heat, climate change. If you haven't noticed, I'm from Chicago, so in Chicago during the winter times, our skin can tend to be a little bit drier. And then some of my clients tell me that in the summertime, their skin is a little bit oilier, which is totally understandable. And diet, I'm going to go ahead and say self-induced because we have the self-control to control these things. As far as caffeine, the caffeine and the sugar intake can really dehydrate us internally, and that can lead towards drier skin. Alcohol and lack of water. Menopause can be another medical reason, and your skincare treatments, or I should say skincare routines, depending on what you are using at home. Because if we use the wrong ingredients and or over exfoliate, we can cause our skin to lean towards the drier aspect. I have experienced this. I have oily skin, and before I became an esthetician, and while I was after I got my license, I was experimenting and using a lot of different products, a lot of strong ingredients, and my oily skin became dehydrated and became very dry skin, and it was very sensitive. So we need to be conscientious about our diet, because remember, everyone, to achieve those skin goals and to achieve that glow that you want, it must start internally. So we have to really stop and reflect about our lifestyle with that. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next slide. Reduce stress. Now, as we know, stress can cause breakouts. Stress can cause our skin to change, and that's because when stress take place, the chemical changes in our bodies, and everybody responds to stress differently. And stress can also cause hyperpigmentation, which are those dark spots that we all hate in our skin. So I urge you to please reduce the stress level in your life, and that could mean taking some time out to find a quiet place to deep breathe, to reflect, to stretch, to exercise, to whatever healthy outlets that you have. Please reduce the stress, because stress is real. It's really real, and I want you guys to reduce that, because that you would definitely see a difference in your skin with that. And stress can also cause premature aging, so we don't want to do that. Okay. All right, so a quick review. If your skin tends to be dry, and that's based off of genetics and ethnicity, and the skin type is based on how much oil that is produced, and if your skin do not produce enough oil to protect the barrier of your skin tends to be sensitive. So we want to use products that are cream and gentle based. So you want to get a cleanser that is a gentle cleanser, and gentle cleanser can come in gel form as well, and cream bases. We want something to bring in moisture and keep the moisture that we have in our skin. Okay, so that's why I put down cream or gentle, because we want to keep all of the great oil that our skin naturally produces in our skin and on our face to protect it. Toner. Now, toners are optional. Some people say use toner, some people do not. Toners was created to balance out the pH in the skin, and now toners have multiple different functions now with technology and everything changing. I highly suggest that individuals with dry skin to use a toner, because it's going to bring in more moisture. So you want a hydrating toner, because we want to hydrate the skin, because remember, the skin doesn't produce enough oil. So after you tone, you want to add a thicker moisturizer, and I put thicker because we want it to be heavier. We want it to be not necessarily oily, but we want it to be heavier to add in more moisture to that skin. Another reason why I said use a toner, because after you cleanse and apply the toner and then immediately apply the moisturizer, the chances are that the moisturizer penetrates deeper into the epidermis, your skin, is higher, because now your skin is open, it's more moist, it have a mist to receive that moisturizer, versus putting moisturizer on your face when it's already dried out from the cleanser. For example, your skin absorbs the moisture once you get out the shower because it's damp from the water. Same thing with your face by using a toner. After you apply your moisturizer, please apply your SPF. Yes, we have to wear SPF. Not only is it great for protecting us from the skin, but SPF also adds in another level of hydration. Now, if you are using a serum or an eye cream, which I highly suggest this here is our fundamental skincare routine. To add in the eye cream, you're basically you can apply your moisturizer and then apply your eye cream. Use your ring finger because it's less dominant. If you are using a serum, it is best to use your cleanser, toner, then use your serum, moisturizer, then your SPF. And you can use a serum that focuses on hydration as well. Okay. If you have drier skin, I highly recommend using anti-aging products, because anti-aging products focuses on hydration. And as always, thank you for your time and your support. I understand the hustle and bustle of life, and for you to take the time out to listen to my webinar, I truly appreciate it. If you have gained any knowledge or any information from this webinar, or I want your feedback, please reach out to me to my email at info@poisedprofessional.com. Check me out on Instagram and Facebook at poisedprofessional.com. And as always, I want to know your feedback so I can make the webinars better as I go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it.